All right, guys. Welcome to Foodfest Live. This is going to be our second show. We're super excited to have all of you. We're really just trying to prove a concept where we have an immersive space, a new way to eat food, and really just a new way to be a foodie. So this is going to be a really fun time. With we have I'm going to pass it on to our host in a minute here. But I just wanted to say today it's really special for me because I'm going to go downstairs after this and be interactive with you guys and do this with my kids because today the food just happens to be so cute. And so I was super excited to do it with them. So thank you everybody for coming. Really, this idea birthed out of COVID and the necessity of creating other event spaces for small businesses. So now that we're starting to kind of reopen, but we're not too sure with lockdown and different things. But we're really trying to just create, regardless of what happens, just another innovative way to bring community together and eat together. So now I'm going to give it off to Victor, our host for today, and I'll see you guys as I participate.
We'll see you later, Kevin.
Hi.
Enjoy the donuts, Kevin. All right. How's everybody doing? How was everyone's week? Good, good. So we're gonna hop into the session today, and I think the first thing is we have I believe, a video clip to show you to introduce our food and beverage company for today. All right. And now I want to introduce to you Leslie Nguyen. She is the founder of Miss Mini Donuts, and she's here with us today. And yeah, hi Leslie, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Uh,
That's
we
my
were,
first time seeing it. It was so cute.
we were just saying that Leslie looks like she's like ready to like be a radio DJ. She's out there. She's on like, you know, there's Power 106 and you're like Powder Donuts 106.
Yeah, welcome to 105.9. We're about to decorate some donuts.
Woo! Happy Friday. Yeah.
Happy Friday.
So Leslie, can you just run us through what is Miss Mini Donuts and where are you based?
Miss Mini Donuts, as you can see, are little tiny assorted mini donuts. We're based out of two locations. We have one in Newport Beach and one in Houston, Texas. I actually don't have a storefront for the donuts. I use my whiskey bar as a storefront. So people order from me and they pick it up at the bar.
Oh, wow, okay. Now, everything is super cute. And I know that we're going to be decorating our own donuts, like how we would be doing it if we were to cater an event. But I also see here that you have sent us a smaller box filled with these 4 pre-decorated donuts. Can you tell us a little bit about what we have here and, you know, what the flavors are?
Yeah, definitely. So these are little, this is how they come. And I sent everyone a little box of assortment. They have Oreo, Fruity Pebbles, our signature pink with sprinkles, and fan favorite, cinnamon sugar. So you guys can taste them and See how they normally look.
I'm gonna live out my like YouTube blogger kind of like dreams and be like, hey guys, look at this. It's so beautiful. Look at the packaging. And I just drop a donut.
You got a jumper. You got a jumper.
I got a jumper. I'll just So one of the things that we like to do with Food Fest Live is actually everybody takes a bite together for like of the food. Okay, so we'll be doing that in a little bit, but for now, if everyone can actually jump over to gallery view so that we can all see each other's beautiful faces. There we go. So many beautiful people about to eat a beautiful food.
Then I don't feel so guilty eating by myself.
Okay, so is everybody on gallery mode? Thumbs up if you're on gallery mode. Yeah, gallery mode. Cool, cool. All right. What's everybody excited to try out on here? Like, you know, there's 4 really cute donuts here. So can everyone hold up one that they're really looking forward to eating?
It looks so cute. I don't want to eat it.
You have to eat it.
You have a whole nother big box you're gonna make yourself, so you got plenty of donuts.
Okay. All right. Okay, now
I'm gonna do a cheers.
yeah, in a little bit. Before we eat this though, I do have a question. Now, according, and you know, feel free to like unmute yourself and hop on to answer this, but do you guys consider donuts to be a breakfast food or a dessert food?
Oh, good question.
Both.
It's a big
both.
debate.
Definitely both.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear from everybody, and then if you even have a, you know, like a thesis defense to like, you know, let us know why it's a breakfast or a dessert, you know, feel free to you know, thesis away.
As long as you dip the donut in coffee, it counts as breakfast. Like, so I would definitely dip this in my coffee.
That sounds good. I'm down for that.
And we have a comment on the chat from Brian Chen that it's an all-day food. So,
Oh, good answer, Brian.
you're Leslie's best friend now.
An all-day food.
I agree with Brian. It's definitely an all-day food.
We have John Tang. It's a late night, midnight snack.
Okay.
Mm.
Nice.
That's a pretty midnight snack.
That's why some donuts are up to 24 hours, right? Because you can eat them anytime.
Oh yeah. When you get like, you know, that sudden urge for a donut at 2 a.m. in the morning and you run out, at that time, you don't even know if it's dessert or breakfast.
Yeah.
Jessica says, you're teasing. Let's get to eating. Okay. All right. And then we have one last comment from the chat from Michelle saying that they're both breakfast and desserts. I love having dessert for breakfast. So
Yeah, so that's good.
okay. So let's grab our favorite donut from the little box here. And we're all gonna join Leslie Nguyen from Miss Mini Donuts. And we're gonna show her how much we enjoy her concoction here. All right. All right, so everybody's ready? On 3, we're all gonna take a bite together, okay? So 1, 2, 3. That's delicious. So my donut was definitely a breakfast item. It had cereal all over it.
Oh, you got the
Delicious.
Fruity Pebbles.
Loud.
It's really good.
I feel like I need a coffee to dip in it now.
That's what I was thinking about as soon as I saw these donuts. I was like, dude, this in coffee, just like 4 different flavors. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
We're actually trying to come out with a donut coffee right now. I'm working with a coffee brewer to come out with a donut coffee.
Nice.
I'm down for that.
All right, so now that we've taken our first bite and we're, have a taste of Miss Mini Donuts, we're gonna jump into the main session of it, and I'm gonna have Leslie kind of go over a little bit more about her donuts and just why she started this company, while she walks you through the steps on decorating your own donuts. That you're gonna create your own masterpiece, and then you're gonna enjoy them.
Eat them all.
Calories do not count today.
No, they don't. And the center of the donut has 0 calories.
Which brings me to my next question for our audience members here. Do you guys like donut holes, or do you prefer the donut rings?
I think it all depends. It all depends. Like if I'm going on long distance trips, I like the holes because they're a lot less messier.
Mm-hmm.
And then for donuts, it's more like cravings, right? It's just whatever you prefer.
Yeah. So we have some comments in the chat box too. Michelle said the donut holes are fun to eat. I think any donuts are fun to eat, whether they're donut rings or donut holes. But donut holes are you just pop it in your mouth, one bite, and you're done. A lot of people actually prefer both. And then Brian Chen, holes, so I don't feel as guilty.
Well, that's what these minis that help with the feeling guilty too. Not feeling as guilty because they're little.
Okay, so just looking at all these little toppings that came with the kit, can you walk us through and let us know what we're looking at here?
So everyone got the same kit, and we have Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops, sprinkles, crushed Oreos, and then this purple, pink, and blue combo is our Cotton Candy Crunch. I put that in because I like the colors of it, and they're fun, and the texture. And then frosting. And then in the little white bag, there's a little stir stick. So this is to stir up your frosting, to mix it up a little, because sometimes when it settles, it kind of hardens a little. And then when you're working in between the donuts, they can kind of get stiff. But,
so Leslie, how did you get into like the donut business?
So this is a side passion project. I got into it. I used to travel all the time to Seattle every year with my family, and there's a guy that actually makes them in Pike's Market. It's called the Daily Dozen, and I would go and get donuts for him every year, and I would obsess over this machine. It's the cutest thing. I would stand there looking at the machine. I would stand there literally for hours, just hanging out, eating donuts, watching this machine. And one year I told my business partner I said, I want one of those machines. And he's like, what do you want a donut machine for? I said, I want to make little donuts and put little cute toppings on them. And, because when I eat, I like to eat a variety of flavor. I like to eat a little bit of everything. So like I'll always cut a donut into a million pieces and eat one flavor of each. So instead of that, I want to not commit. I don't want to commit to one whole donut. So that's why I wanted to do little teeny ones and then not feel as guilty for eating all these different flavors.
I mean, I feel the same way, not just about donuts, but about all types of food, right? I don't know if you guys all agree. But when I go to eat somewhere, I do not want to eat like one item the whole dinner. I want to be able to try a little bit of everybody's at the table. One thumbs up if you agree.
Like when you go to like festivals, right? That's why when you go to the different festivals, you eat like a little bite from like each vendor, and you get to try everything. And
so we have our first question from one of our attendees, Jenny Chang. Jessica Christian asked, how has COVID-19 impacted your business? And, was it positive or negative? And this is a great concept. So Leslie?
So when the COVID first broke out, I had lost all my business. I had a lot of weddings and birthdays booked, and everyone canceled, and I had to return a lot of deposits back, and so I lost all my business. But then when that happened, I kind of sat back, and I also own restaurants too, and those we had to close down. So I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? That's when the kit was born. So I actually do decorating parties, like as a catering option. I used to go to parties, bring all of this, and do it as a live activity. Well, I didn't have all this little packaging before for it. I said, well, what can I do that I can deliver to people that I can sell? And that's when this was born. I was like, oh, why don't I do the decorating kits, but I'll just offer it as something that I can like deliver to people. So after I did that, I gave it to a couple influencers, and it went crazy. It blew up, and then it got busy. And then I was delivering before we were doing no delivery. And then now I've been doing, 10, 20, it kind of grew gradually, the deliveries. And then now it's a thing. Now I'm on a food festival, Food Fest Live. So it definitely helped grow this business, and it helped push me to do things that I was not ready to do before. So it was good for us.
So besides being just little mini, smaller donuts, what sets your donuts aside from all the other donut options out there? Because we have a question here from Brian Lamb that says, "Do you have a secret ingredient for your donuts?"
Yes, it's love. It's on the box. It's handmade with love, and that truly is my secret to all of this. This was purely a passion project. My secret ingredient for this was the love and care that I had put into it, and the passion. Because donuts other people make mini donuts, right? It's not a new thing. I think it's my love behind it that's the secret ingredient.
Does everybody feel like they're back in the kindergarten right now when arts and crafts? I think that's the thing that really stands out, is that you can decorate your own, and it just brings everybody back to their inner child, right? It's just a chance for you to just like play around and create your own thing.
Yeah, and it's the fun toppings too. Like we use different unique toppings that some other people don't use.
So another question from our audience members: how long did it take for you to get the packaging down?
How long did it take the packaging?
Yeah, you had to go through this whole prototype and everything during the COVID quarantine, right? So it was something you had to pivot right away. So it was like,
yeah. So creating all of this literally took me probably 2 weeks with designing the decoration cards, and it was all kind of adjusting and adapting that as well. What containers can fit the toppings well, and how can we make it one kit that like you don't need anything else. Like you don't need a baking tray. You don't need, I wanted it to be a very turnkey activity. So, it took a couple weeks. The actual packaging for the box and bag design took months. I had been working on that prior to the COVID. So that happened to be timed at the correct time of when this all happened. And then recently I've been trying to design a shipping box so that I could start shipping the donuts.
Sorry, I'm trying to make my own donut here too, but pretty.
I see some people are eating them as they're decorating them, and I love that.
I was going to ask if anybody has any problems, but it looks like everybody's getting it down. Anybody need any pointers or tips from Leslie? She is the donut queen here, so she would know. What are some best practices?
Those look great. Those look so good.
Is there any right or wrong way, Leslie?
So you just make sure you put the smooth part down, the top part of the donut down into the frosting, and not the bottom of the donut. Sometimes you get the donut upside down, but you just dip it in, pull it out, and everyone looks like they're doing a great job. You guys can all be professional donut artists.
Like we're trying to show you some of the donuts the kids are making, but it's so
they look so cute. I see them.
Yeah, everybody's like saying how cute your kids are, Kevin. And I hope that in future events we have more people who bring their kids. This is a very family-friendly atmosphere. Next question that we have on the chat: if you're going to be shipping these out, how long do they last?
So the donuts last 48 hours. The shipping, I'm going to be doing overnight shipping, and I actually designed a package that completely seals every single item, so the freshness will last longer. But yeah, that's why I've been trying to design a box that will be able to hold and contain the donuts during shipping while it's being moved around and tossed around by the postman.
I see a lot of people licking their fingers, and it's okay,
Yeah.
guys. It's okay to lick your fingers. It's delicious.
Yeah, that's what we're here
We're not
for.
serving these to anybody else, so go ahead and lick those fingers. How do you store the leftover frosting?
You just put the top over the, you could just store them in the fridge, and then if you need to, when you use it again, just set it out until it gets to room temp. You can heat it up a little bit, but don't heat it up too much, because if you heat it up too much, it'll get very runny. So if you can keep it at room temp after taking it out from the fridge. But you don't have to put it in the fridge. There's no dairy in it or anything. There's no milk or anything in it. So.
And don't feel guilty to use up all the frosting on your 25 donuts either. Just treat yourself.
Yeah, there's never too much frosting ever.
Now, Leslie, how did you get into the food industry? What was your first job, and how did you fall into food and beverage?
My first job was Burger King. I used to sell Whoppers. I was 15 years old, and I worked the drive-through. And then and I've always been in the food industry from there. I went from working drive-through to a bakery, and then I started working in restaurants.
Okay. Now you said that you also have a whiskey bar. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because I think a lot of us foodies are also whiskey lovers.
Yeah, so I have a whiskey bar. It's called Boss Cat Kitchen and Libations. It's in Newport Beach, right by John Wayne Airport. We have one here, and we also have one in Houston, which is also why I'm here and in Houston. And also 10 Asian Bistro, which is next door to Boss Cat. And then we have another restaurant in Houston called BCK, which is our burger and shakes American food concept.
Okay. And what was the hardest part about starting Miss Mini Donuts? Besides getting the machine from your partner.
I wanted to quit the donuts for a while. There was a period in my life where it just wasn't really, because I put it away to open up the restaurants, and then I brought it back out, and then I kind of, I battled depression. So I kind of went through this really dark time in my life. So I was like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. And then I started getting orders, and then I started getting more orders, and then more orders. And then that was like the thing in my life that I had to get up and do. And so it started serving a purpose in my life. And then I started growing and getting bigger and bigger. And then I noticed that it started to help me mentally. So I was in a better place and finding purpose in the donuts. And then it is where it is now. And now I enjoy seeing everyone enjoying them. It makes me happy to make people happy, especially during this time, the quarantine with the decorating kits. And so many people reach out to me and said, this was like the best activity that we did with our kids, or you guys made my day. Like that made me happy. And so I just kept going with the donuts with that.
I can for sure say that you're making all of us on this chat room very happy right now. Being able to connect with our inner child, having dessert.
I love it.
For dinner.
Oh, that's pretty. That's really ooh, she got the fancy sprinkles.
Someone want to share their I ate mine, so.
Oh, she got the fancy sprinkles. Those are gorgeous. And I love your shirt. I need that shirt. Those are really pretty.
All right, so let's see here. We have some comments that said that it's a very therapeutic activity. And
yes,
then,
it is.
Someone said that they're glad that you stuck through with the donuts, because if you didn't, we wouldn't be sitting here today enjoying your donuts. So thank you, Leslie.
No, thank you. It is very therapeutic. That's what, like, helped me like zone out from the rest of the world and just decorate, and it's super therapeutic and
Okay,
soothing.
so one last thing. We asked you about what the hardest part, but now can you let us know what was your happiest moment in working with Miss Mini Donuts? Besides being here with us today, of course.
Besides making everyone happy, I mean, honestly, seeing someone like when a kid or a person opens the box and they kind of squeal, there's a little squeal like, ee! I love that. That's my favorite. Hearing that excitement. Um, my best friend made my donuts famous. She's a flight attendant on private jets, and she requested the Kardashians were flying for Courtney's birthday, so they requested donuts. So I made happy birthday Courtney donuts, and so they put them on her flight. And so when Kim had posted and tagged me, I got all these messages from my friend being like, "Oh my God, Kim just asked for your donuts." And I'm like, "What?" Because I don't follow her, so I didn't know. And then I went on the page, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she just asked for my donuts." That was a really exciting moment. And then they kind of became famous then, so that was really exciting. But
I think
but
I
honest,
remember that. I think she was at the Met Gala, right, getting ready, and she had all these mini donuts that were flown in. I remember that. A
yeah.
bunch of mini donuts.
Yeah, so that was a really exciting moment for me.
So now that everybody has a donut they've made, can you? We're gonna do a quick selfie since we can't all be in the same room, but we're gonna do a screenshot. So what we're gonna do is everybody hold up their donut and give us a big smile, and then we're gonna do a screenshot and get everybody, in our selfie.
I love how everyone's so creative with theirs. I love it.
So I'm still trying to finish up mine.
I think this is so much fun because it's something you create and then you get to eat, you get to enjoy your art.
So is it sacrilegious if I did the Oreo and then put sprinkles on top?
Not at all. Nope. You can mix. There's no right or wrong. You can mix however you want, as little or as much as you want. That's a whole beauty part of making your own, right? It's like when you're doing the all you can eat barbecue, you can mix and match like whatever you want.
All right, someone gonna do a countdown for the photo.
All right, everybody. We're all gonna put our donuts up and we're gonna smile, okay?
Oh, we're gonna do one or the whole box?
Whatever you feel like, you do you. 3, 2, 1. All right, and now everybody eat your donut. This is so delicious. It's funny, I'm usually not a big sweets person, but this is really hitting the spot.
Yeah, I hear that from a lot of people. They're saying like, "Oh, it's not too sweet," so they like it, and plus it's like mini, so it's like just a touch.
Mm-hmm. How are the kids enjoying this, Esther?
Sorry, they ate all the donuts, so I have none to like take pictures with.
Would you consider infusing these with CBD?
Oh yeah, I would love to. My only issue with that is the dosage. So I've been trying to play with that. I do have a couple clients that own some CBD companies, and they've given me powder, and so I made them some for their events. But I don't know what the legalities is and the exact dosage. I've had trouble with because you have to label the exact dosage on each donut, and I wouldn't know how. Not each donut has the exact amount of frosting, so it's like kind of an estimate. I don't know how that works. So, but I think that would be fun.
Okay. All right. Well, so thank you very much, Leslie, for leading us through this donut decoration and donut eating session. It's been fun. We've answered a lot of questions, and we're gonna throw this back to Kevin. Kevin's back from hanging out with his kids, and Kevin, closing remarks.
Hey guys, it's actually it was actually really funny and fun to watch all you guys interacting, making your donuts. Some of you guys were so into it. Like I was like, dang, they're just going making all these designs and it was also fun because on my window here, I could see my own kids into it because I was back and forth. And what's funny is on my screen here is my kids are right next to John Ting, and it's just such a different image of these cute little kids and this really a muscular man and like and they're both just making these super cute donuts and I was like this
That's
is
funny.
awesome that I get to see all this come together and thank you guys all like seriously for all joining us
Yeah, thank you.
yeah trying something new with us the Zoom experience it's I know it would be great if we're all in a classroom together but this is also just a different way to enjoy food and later on when the shipping goes to further areas Leslie you can do this from like different states coming together that'd be really
Yeah,
interesting
that'd be really fun.
yeah, so we could definitely get that going too. So thank you guys again for coming. And this was a really fun event for me. I got to do it with my family, so that was really fun, and it was amazing and it was so delicious. So again, thank you all for joining us at Food Fest Live. The number one thing that you could help us is really just to follow us on Instagram, follow Miss Mini Donuts, continue to be a fan of what we're doing and that's how we're going to have more shows just follow us talk about us take a bunch of pictures show other people what they're missing out on and we have more events coming up for the rest of this weekend we have one tomorrow at Loose Leaf Boba in Long Beach we have another one
Yum.
at Belief Burger in Chino so a vegan burger that just tastes amazing so we have all these events lined up and we're going to continue doing that this weekend and we hope to see you guys at some of those and just put this out there to all your friends share with them how much fun and how much good food this was